Hi, I'm Harry Sidebottom outside Villa Park here in Birmingham, where manager Aussie Villa has called a press conference. Now, with the January transfer window rapidly winding down, rumour has it that there are multiple signings to be unveiled. Let's run inside now and see what he has to say. Okay, shh. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you for coming. A little bit of quiet. Thank you. Now, I understand there are rumours flying around that we have some signings to unveil. Now, those rumours are true. We have made 2 signings. We're very, very happy to have both of them on board. Now, the first of which, some of you may have heard of, Matthew Targett. He's come in from Southampton for a fee of £1.2 million. We're very, very happy to have him at the club. I think he has a very great and exciting future with us. And the second is a young Croatian striker, Andre Lebudovic. Again, a very, very talented player. He will be familiar to both Livakovic, sorry, I got my tongue tied there, and also Marin, as he's come from Dinamo Zagreb. We've rated them again, £450,000 he comes in at. He's very, very talented, very, very promising, and again, we think he has a big future at the club. Now, I wanted to take a few questions. Harry Sidebottom. Oh yes, Aussie. It's a Harry Sidebottom, British journalist. Now, I just want to know, will anybody be leaving the club? We are trying to sort out a move for Neil Taylor. Obviously, with Targett coming in, it's going to limit his game time. He's been a good servant for the club. He's at that stage of his career where he wants to be playing. So we're not too concerned about a transfer fee for him. We obviously want to recoup something because he is a valuable player. But we will be looking to sort of move out for Taylor, yeah. Yeah, just to follow up if I may. Now, your squad has a lot of young attacking players in it. Now, do you think they will all have a future at Aston Villa? Look, it's up to them. We're going to give them the best opportunities. It's going to be a very competitive environment, which is what we want. And if someone's good enough and they progress and they develop and fulfill their potential, then they have a future at Aston Villa. If they don't, then they obviously will be playing their football elsewhere in the future. Just finally for me, you have signed a shit ton of players this season. Now, do you plan to sign any more? Assuming that is that you even have a plan to begin with. Right, listen, Sidebottom, don't take that tone with me, mate, or you'll be out of this press conference before you know it. There is obviously a plan, and the plan is to sign good young players and have them develop at the club. That's what we're doing, that's what is going to happen, and that is the plan. So to imply otherwise, mate, you better watch your mouth or you will not be in this press conference at this club ever again. I'm not afraid to do a Ferguson here, that's for sure. Guys, that's it. I'm going to leave before I blow my top completely. We have a big game against Stoke in the FA Cup coming up, and I'm going to go prepare for that. Thank you. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 17 of Raise the Holte, our bid for world domination with Aston Villa. And as you've just heard, we have made a couple of signings since last episode. There's still a couple of days to go in the January transfer window, though it's unlikely any more ins will come in. But let's have a look at the 2 people we've signed. First of all, here we have Andre Labudovic. I'll get better with that, I hope. Another striker. I know so many strikers at the club now, but 18 years old, Croatian, same club as Marin, so hopefully they'll get on well. Current ability, again, a lot of 2-star players right now, but potentially quite good. He can play in behind as well, sort of in the attacking midfield role. Good off the ball movement, physical stats are okay. I think he's going to be one of these strikers that's just like a good all-round striker. We only paid $450k for him. He's happy to be a backup right now. We're paying him nothing on wages. I don't really see a downside to this. If he comes off, we've got a good player, and if he doesn't, we'll sell him on, and we'll probably get 10, 15 mil for him. So, all in all, I think that's going to be a good signing, though maybe not necessarily one for this year. But we do. I'll get into sort of my long-term plans a little bit more in a second. Then we showed Matthew Targett from Southampton, really highly rated left back, if not right now again 2-star ability. But essentially, this is Neil Taylor's replacement. I am looking to sell Neil Taylor on. He's on a little bit of money, but again, we got him really, really cheap, and potentially he could be really, really good. So I think between him, Back, and Mabida, we pretty much have left back covered now for the next few years because they're all young, and they should grow into decent players that can take us to the edges of the Champions League, if not into it. So they're the 2 signings that we've made. Like 1.5 million, 1.6 million between them. I think we've done really well there. Like I say, the only out we're looking at doing is Neil Taylor. I'm not too fast. There's Con, I think it is, in France, are looking to sign him. 1.9 million, I think they're offering, which means we basically would make a profit in January despite signing 2 young players. Now, since last episode, where we got a win and a draw, good news is we can have a goals of the month this month because we've scored a few, most of them against Preston. You can see we played them in the FA Cup. We got off to a slow start. You can see they scored in the first minute. Straight back at them. Second minute, Jumpy got the goal. Hepburn Murphy with a hat-trick. McGinn and Andre Green as well with the goals. Look at that. We were just superb. Really, really attacked well. Second half particularly, you can see first half they equalised. They actually went back. Oh no, they did equalise. And then second half we just exploded into the game. We were really, really good. So that was definitely promising. Then we went and played Derby in the league. Now, of course, we drew them away from home. This was an important game to win, and we did indeed win it. You can see 4 goals there. Jumpy, McGinn, Bothheim, and again Hepburn Murphy with a penalty. They scored first and they scored last. Their free kick actually, I think, was a bit of a worldie, if I remember correctly. But in between, you can see there, we just dominated. It was a really, really good performance at home. And yeah, I was confident going into the Manchester games, but our undefeated run did come to an end. And I'll be honest, against Manchester City, we were a little bit unlucky. Their first goal was they scored from our free kick. We had a free kick. They counter-attacked to Sané, and I think it was Aguero, just too quick. They just ran away from us and scored. Then Bothheim equalised, and then a corner, just a stupid goal from a corner in the 88th minute, and that's their unbeaten run gone. We were so close to getting a draw. You can see there, we didn't deserve it. We were completely outplayed. But yeah, it was just a bundled corner and a counter-attack from our own attacking set piece that caught us out there. Then we played Manchester United, and they are just scary, scary good. We defended so well. But look at this as a front three. They have Lukaku, Hazard, Dybala, and Lucas Moura. Excuse me. Their pace and dribbling, it's just insane. It's insane. We couldn't keep up with them. Every time they tried to knock it in behind. Even through, you can see they scored 2 goals in 2 minutes, which was a bit disappointing. We rode our luck massively. I tried at times pushing up, but then they just kind of run. If we sat back, they just run at us again anyway. Yeah, you can see Livakovic was our man of the match, not the game's man of the match, but he was almost the best player on the field. They are really good, and they are a different league to us right now. They are just different league. But this episode, guys, we're going to be playing the FA Cup fourth round. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, against Stoke, a championship club in the game, and then Wolves. Now, I have been set the challenge of beating Wolves this season, so that makes this a massive game, doesn't it? Let's have a look at the league table after those results, and you can see 13th, mid-table, 6 points off Wolves, if that's our target. If 7th is going to be a Europa League spot, we're 10 points off that. It's a bit of a stretch, isn't it? But we've lost 6 games now, 12 draws and 5 wins, but we're 11 points clear of relegation now, so it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but it's beginning to look also that we are not going to get relegated, and that is ultimately the main thing, even though the board want mid-table respectability, and I think we're delivering that so far. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out to play Stoke, and of course there will be goals of the month as well after the Wolves game, and we do have some goals, which is just wonderful. Now, for the FA Cup, we aren't taking it super seriously, but we are still trying to take it seriously. We're trying to win, obviously. So this is the team we're sending out. It's a lot of reserves. So it's Martinez, it's Target making his debut, May, Watmos, the first time we've seen him, I believe, on the channel, and El Mohammadi, Horahan and Cochrane in midfield, Markovic down one wing, Marin down the other, Adil Rahman is fit, so he's going to play in behind the new man, Labudovic, and we do have Carlos on the bench, and we will look to bring him on at some point. Alright, we can see the way they're lining up. We're basically going man for man, so it's hopefully, given that they're a championship club, we'll be able to get the win here. Now, I've got to remember that this is not the first choice team, so what are we going to say to them? Let's give the fans a performance. Don't hate that. Let's get some passion. We have faith. Yeah. Don't really know what to expect here. Hopefully these guys will, give me a challenge to picking my teams for future games. Now, in terms of sort of the future of the club, I guess, because it was sort of brought up in the press conference, my kind of plan from here is that we're done signing attacking players. We have a lot of sort of 4-star potential, wingers, strikers, the whole deal in the club. What I'm thinking, actually, you know what I wanted to check here? No, this one. We want to counter press. I had it regroup for the Manchester United game. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is that we're done with signing attacking players now. We're going to let the players that we have develop into their sort of 4-star potential. That's a good ball out there for El Mohammadi. What's he doing out on the left? Cuts back in for Target. Already on a booking. That's not great. Ball to the back post. Markovic! Oh, he scored a goal! Markovic never scores. It's his first goal of the year, and what a start to the game that is. Good cross, yeah, wasn't it, from Target as well. On his debut, making himself felt. That is promising stuff. But yeah, so what I'm saying is I think we're done signing. We're going to let these guys develop now, because even in the academy, we had so many good young strikers and wingers coming through. Speaking of which, actually, if you do want to have an academy product or person named after you, let me know in the comments or at Aussie Villa on Twitter. Everybody's on side there, and we can definitely look to do that. So like Brian Carlos, you two could be set to play at Villa Park. This is an action replay. Didn't we just see one like this? Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking in terms of signings. We're not playing particularly well here, though, are we? We are getting played all over. Now Stoke is second in the Championship, so they could well be a Premier League team next year. We've nicked that, though. That was nice. Abdul Rahman, he's been injury prone so far. Is probably the best way to describe it. Can we get a touch here? Touch on to Marin. He can. Marin! Oh, off the post. It's still there for Markovic. Oh, I thought he was going to score two, and that would have, I think, broken my computer if he had scored a second goal. Come on, boys. Come on. Horahan to take the free kick. It's called a corner, isn't it? Watmo! Oh, Watmo's got his first for the club as well. There we go. That is wonderful stuff. He's barely played, and when he has, he's been very disappointing, to be honest. But he's settling into the club. He's only young. I think he's 21, maybe 22 now. So yeah, it was a good opportunity to talk about sort of where we go from here in terms of club building, because I'm not expecting anything to be done the rest of this transfer window. Only Neil Taylor out is the only potential one. I'm thinking, our attacking our wingers, we're set. We're going to let them develop, and I think what will happen is we'll develop into a good team, and we can sort of sell off those guys now that don't necessarily develop how we had hoped. I think centre-back is where we perhaps need to look at strengthening. This is probably his last year as a sort of starter. He's getting on a little bit, and he's not he's mid to lower table Premier League quality. He's not really above that, I don't think. There's a decent ball back post. Maran! Oh, it's three! It's 3 goals for Villa in 21 minutes, and we're showing why we were too good for the Championship here, weren't we? That is just incredible. It's only his second goal of the year for Maran. Then we did kind of stop playing with wingers, didn't we? We weren't scoring many before that, but look at this cross. Markovic, this is not the Markovic we've had all season. He's obviously found his level against the Championship team. You could make that argument. This is really good stuff, though. So I think defence is maybe where we need to look at strengthening, because Reece Oxford's obviously going to go back. I don't know if we can get him back on loan again. And even if we can, that's not really us building for the future. That's sort of loans are sort of to fill gaps, aren't they? So I do think central defence is somewhere we need to look to build, and right back as well. El Mohammedi's contract's up the end of this year. I don't think we'll be renewing him. We'll let him go on his way. We'll try and bring somebody else in to play or share the role with Bree. Left wing back, we should be set now between Target, Madsbeck, and Mobita. They should be fine. And then I think the team we have now, we'll let them develop, and they should be good enough to take us to the edges of the Champions League, I would imagine. If you have a team full of 4-star players, you should be going close to the top 4, I would imagine. Certainly, I would expect that of myself. That's a good ball, isn't it? We've been very slow to turn there. Can we get back? Oh, we can't. And that just keeps it interesting, doesn't it? That just keeps it interesting. We'll give it a concentrate, or you give it a demand more. Maybe I'll give it a concentrate. We've been playing relatively well until this point. It was a good run, and is that Watmo, or is that... He's very slow to turn. Lucas May. Yeah, very slow to turn there, wasn't he? That's not great. Markovic just picked up an injury. He's a bit of a sick note, isn't he? So we'll bring on a tight Achilles. We'll maybe not let that get any worse. We'll bring on Andre Green. He was close to starting anyway, to be honest. What's his name? Markovic, he's got his goal, he's got his assist, and his body's probably broken down now from shock. Let's not go and get them back into this game before half-time, boys. Come on. Can we win that? Not quite. They're going backwards, but they still have the ball. They're keeping possession. The long highlights make me nervous. Yeah. I did just want to say too, guys, I'm hoping to get one more episode out before Christmas, but I am going to go missing for a couple of weeks. The reason being for that, my family's coming to visit from Australia for Christmas, so I can't really play Football Manager while they're here. I mean, I would like to, and I may. Oh, that's a good ball. Is he offside? Oh, it's a horrible finish. Martinez. Can't believe his luck there. Yeah, so I can't really play Football Manager while they're here. So I'm hoping they get here Sunday. So I'm hoping to have one out for Sunday. And then I'll probably go missing till sort of early January, first couple of days of January. I should be back. So apologies for that. Please do come back and continue this with me. But yeah, unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do about that. If they're coming to visit me, I kind of have to make an effort to not sit in a room and record Football Manager videos all day. Alright, tell the boys they were excellent, go out there. Do we say don't get complacent? I think we've probably got to go out there and say don't get complacent. Tell Watmo, I mean, don't lose confidence, mate. You've been good. You've been playing well. Oh, he's just... Yeah, that's not great. We'll tell Target, he's done well. Don't get yourself sent off, though. That's not the way to mark your debut. Passionately, we'll tell Andre Green, go out there and do your thing. Really annoyed at that Watmo's lost his confidence. We'll keep an eye on that. We do have... Is it Rashawn Williams I have on the bench? Who's had yeah, it is Williams. We might need to... We'll keep an eye on him, but we might need to look to bring someone on for him. We'll give him some praise. We're doing okay here. We are doing okay. Yeah, so let's see what happens here. We've been maybe just the better team, haven't we? They've had a lot of shots, but not necessarily from good areas. I think it's time for Brian Carlos, if I'm honest. Our Croatian's done okay up front, hasn't he? But he's not really setting the game alight. I tell you what, he's had a couple of appearances now. Go out there. We have faith in you, mate, to go and get this first goal. Anything else we want to do? We only have one sub left, so we might keep that up our sleeves. This is not bad considering it's sort of second string either. Although some of these, I mean, Marin's not second string. It's just the way that we're playing makes him sort of second string. But yeah, I'm relatively happy with this so far. We do just need to make sure that we go and see this game out now. Mai's there. What can he do? Back, use your keeper, mate. Use your keeper. There we go. It always makes me nervous too, playing the second keeper. I mean, you kind of have to play them, especially if it's not something we're necessarily targeting in terms of winning. Oh, Watmo, what have you done, mate? What have you done? What have you... Good save, Martinez. Because you want to have a quality second choice keeper, and you do have to keep them happy. So you do kind of have to play him in the cup games, but it's just... Oh, he's done okay there, and Taggart completes the clearance. Target, so I don't know why I keep calling him Taggart. Yeah, so he's doing okay. He's doing okay so far. Do we want to make any other changes here? I'm worried Abdul Rahman, he's been a bit of a sick note just coming back from injury. Maybe... Oh, that's a free kick, isn't it? Is that a red card? It is a red card. That makes life a little bit better for us, doesn't it? I wish that actually could happen before I'd taken off our Croatian friend, or else we could have rested Abdul Rahman and dropped him back in. Is Abdul Rahman going to take the free kick? No, he's not. Okay, so we will... It's a good opportunity. We can kind of shore things up a little bit here as well. Let's bring Doyle Hayes on for him. We'll just drop Doyle Hayes back. He can play as an advanced playmaker, though. That's fine. And Abdul Rahman comes through a game without an injury. Doesn't get a goal, which is a little bit annoying, but it's match fitness. He's building himself into the club. That's what we like to see. Alright, can we go and get this goal? Can Brian Carlos get the goal? That's the main thing here, isn't it? That's what we all want to know. Cross comes in. It's headed away for sure cross. Doyle Hayes will retrieve that, though. It's still there with us. Doyle Hayes. Horahan! Oh, he's missing him again. Last year, they were tap-ins for him, and this season, he just cannot get the ball in the back of the net for love nor money. And let's face it, he's being paid plenty of money. Love is declining a little bit, though, I've got to say, from my point of view. Alright, come on, Horahan. Harry Cochran. To Taggart. Target. It's Target. Come on. Head in the game. Come on, Marin. Let's see what we can do here. Gives him a bit of a run. He's found Andre Green! There it is! Andre Green. That's his second goal of the season. He must have scored. He scored in a cup game, I think, maybe. I don't remember him scoring it this season, but it says it's his second goal of the year, so it must be his second goal of the year. 4 goals, though. I'm spoiling you this episode, aren't I? I don't think we scored 4 goals in on the channel that you've seen probably the rest of the season combined. But we're fit and firing now, aren't we? Things are just coming together. And like I said, Stoke, second in the Championship. They're not a horrible team. So, yeah, this is good. This is a good performance. Should I praise him? I probably should. Give him a late praise here. Minute to go. Can we get Carlos his goal? Carlos his goal, not Carlos. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. This is 30 seconds to go. Maybe there's time. The important thing is here, though, that we are through. They're not scoring 3 goals in 30 seconds. That would be quite special if they could do that. Watmo's there. He doesn't fill you with confidence, Watmo, does he? He's fine. He's doing a good job this game, but he just... Horahan snaps in with the tackle on the yellow. That's a little bit risky, but he's timed it and got away with it. Martinez, confident pass out to target. Can he get a ball into the box over the top from Marin? No, just not... Timing wasn't just quite there, was it? Close down the keeper. No, that's going to be it. Good performance from the team. Really happy with that. Look at Marin on form. He's such a good player. He really is. We do long-term need to go back to this formation because we have such talented wingers at the club that we do need to use them. But yeah, just this season isn't quite working for us. So 4-1 into the hat we go for the 5th round. That, I think, meets the board's expectation. Markovic just out for a day or two. Target makes his debut. That was good to see. 90k in the bench means nothing to us. Marin was fantastic. Guys, wait right there. We'll be back for Wolves. This is our derby, isn't it? So make sure you stick around for that. Okay, welcome back. It's Wolves in the league. We're at home, and you can see we're 6 points behind them right now. They're sitting up there in 9th. A win here would be very, very nice indeed. Now, Foxy Mane just set the challenge to beat Wolves this season. We've accepted the challenge. We really need to not lose here, because if we go 9 points behind, that's going to be tough, isn't it? This is the team we're sending out. Livakovic in goal. Chambers, Oxford, and Chester as the back three. You can see his link-up starting to develop, which is good. Bree goes down the right. Mabita down the left. Tonelli and McGinn in midfield again. A little bit of a link-up there, which is good. Junpei, Botheim, and Hepburn Murphy, who is suddenly joint top goal scorer this year. I think they've all come in the cup. He may have got one against Derby. I can't remember now. I should check. But anyway, yeah. So that is the team that we have going out here. What do we say? Put this poor... I don't think we've been in a poor run. Meady's been giving you a lot of credit lately. Go out there, give the fans a minute. Pick up where we left off last time. Maybe... I expect a win. Okay, let's do this. I expect a win. I don't think our results have been that bad, but we do want to win this game. So let's tell them that we expect a win. And we'll get on out there. A couple of contracts to update you on. Livakovic, he signed a new contract. He wanted a new contract. He's been our best player. I was happy to give it to him. So he's another 4 years, and we got out of it without a release fee as well, which is really good. He asked for it, and I took it off and offered him a bit more cash, and he was fine with that. So that was good. I thought for sure he'd want a release fee in there. And Aussie Villain, I have signed a new contract to stay at Villa as well. Not that we were going anywhere. But at least we have the choice to stay. We're not gonna be forced out. Tell them to show some passion here. It is a derby after all, and it's been relatively even so far, which is good. Now, I think if I remember correctly, we lost at their place earlier in the year, and I don't think we deserved to lose, did we? I remember feeling disappointed to lose. Now, whether that's just being jumpy, whether that's just because I'm always disappointed to lose, but I have a feeling that we were a little bit robbed. And that would have been at the point where we weren't winning any games either, so because it was right early on in the year. Okay, here's Jumpy from a corner. Can we get one of the big centre-backs up onto that? It's been flicked on. It's out there for McGinn! Oh, John McGinn! That is a special strike. It's the Holte end, even though it's filled with dirty Wolves fans. I don't know. I don't hate Wolves, to be honest. I know that's probably not the thing to say as a Villa fan, but one of my good friends is a Wolverhampton fan. But let's not worry about who does and doesn't support Wolves. Everybody can support that strike, can't they? That was a really good low drive into the far corner. And that is the lead for the good guys. Now we just need to try and hold out the half-time. They're looking anxious, looking nervous. Traore's injured. Shock and horror. I think he probably pulled a hamstring walking into Villa Park, because that seems to be what he'd do. Was it hamstrings that was his problem? I can't remember now. Maybe it wasn't hamstrings. Look at that pace. I just got a glance at that, and he is so pacey. He's good on the... I was really disappointed when he left Villa. I thought he was going to be really, really special for us. But anyway, that's all in the past, isn't it? What do we say? things are going well. We're capable of better. I think we've got to do that. I don't want to say don't get complacent, because we haven't been particularly good. Who hasn't been particularly good here? Well, Jumpy, we'll tell him we want to see more, and Hepburn Murphy as well. We do have Brian Carlos on the bench. We may look to bring him on in the second half just to wrap up this game for us. We've been very pleased with McGinn. I think most of that is just down to his goal, if I'm honest. But some passionate... We have faith in the rest of the team here to do the job. And on we go. Oh, Neil Taylor, he has left the club too. That's been confirmed since the last game. 1.9 million to, I think it's Caen, C-A-E-N or C-E-A-N, a French club. So he's gone there. We are still contributing to his wages, but I think we're contributing 15 grand a week. We were paying him over 40, so we got the majority of those wages off the bill, and I'm happy with that. Anything else that we've got to report? I don't think so. As I said, Foden's back on the bench. He's not fully fit. We might try and bring him off, especially if Jumpy's not going to be at his best here. We might try and bring him on the bench here with about 20 minutes or so to go. Here's another corner, though. Can we score from this one? It's a decent ball in. Chambers down for Chester. It's bubbling around. Hepburn Murphy! Oh! That is his 6th goal of the year. I tell you what, when this season started, I did not expect Hepburn Murphy to be our main goal scorer. I think he's listed. He might even still be listed for loan, actually, because I wanted to send him out on loan. But nobody was scoring. I thought, it's a good finish, isn't it? I thought, let's just give him a game. What's the worst that could happen? And there it is. Is he offside from the... He can't be offside from a corner. It looked like he might have been offside from the knockdown, to be honest, but wasn't given, so that's fine. Juntpi is looking a little tired here. Or he's not looking tired, so he's not playing particularly well. Let's take him off for Foden. Does Foden prefer to attack, or he prefers support? So that's fine. We'll bring him on. Get some more minutes in these legs of his. And I think it's almost time for Brian Carlos, isn't it? Almost time. Let's give him some praise. And let's look to give him 15 minutes at the end here. Hepburn Murphy, I think, is probably who we have to take off. What does he like to play here? Poacher, pressing, or advance forward? Yeah, so we'll have to take Hepburn Murphy off, which is fine. He's got his goal. Let's tell him... We'll say no pressure again. I feel like if he gets off the mark, then he'll be fine. I had that, if you've been watching my Arsenal save, we had one of our academy products, and he was sort of the same. He was struggling to score, and then when he got his goal, he's got a few since then. So I'm sure it'll be the same thing with Brian here. What we don't want to do is give them away back in the game, and that's... Oh, what a save from Livakovic. He was offside anyway, but that was quite stunning. Livakovic is just amazing. I think it was Brian that recommended him. So he deserves this place in the team just for the recommending Livakovic, if I'm honest. All right, can we get a goal from the corner? McGinn knocks this one in. Back post. Chambers, it's down. It's Chester. It's bouncing around. Go, Brian Carlos. No. It's going to be a win, though. It's going to be a win because we're into stoppage time here. They're not scoring twice. Spot time for Brian Carlos. Go on, son. Can he get the goal? Can he get the kappa? No, it's gone wide for Foden. Back post, though. Brian's still in there. Go on. Foden crosses it in. Flick on. No, it's away. McGinn. Look for Brian. He's offside. Get back, mate. Get back. You're offside. You're offside, mate. What are you doing? Oh, he's offside. He has to understand the rules. He doesn't understand the rules. Brian, you have to be behind the last defender, mate. Oh, come on. But there we go. That's the win. That's the win. A little bit of fun at the end there, but he could have had a goal. That's a good win, though, isn't it? We played well. We didn't necessarily get most of the possession, but we used it much, much better than they did. So we'll say that was well done, and on we go. I should just say too, guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, please do hit the thumbs up, hit likes. It helps people find the channel and the videos, and I really am very appreciative of that. But we've cracked 30 points there. We've cracked 30 points. 7 points off Europe. It's just dangling in front of us, isn't it? I feel like it's like you see the fat people, and I can say this because I am a fat person, but when they exercise with the donut hanging, you just kind of run trying to get the donut. I feel like we're a little bit like that right now. That Europa League is just the donut, and we're just not quite fit enough to get there. Or smart enough, one or the other. But there we go. As I say, if you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, we can go from there. Bielsa, is he the Wolves manager? I did not know that. Hepburn Murphy set for a pay increase. So is Bothheim. McGinn, that wonder strike. That was a really good goal, wasn't it? Impresses. We'll tell him quality of possession of the chances, was good. Well done to him. But guys, that is it. Just the goals of the month to come, and we have scored a few this month, so there's a few to see. But like I say, if you enjoyed that, like, subscribe. But we'll be back next time. That will be I think we'll be back on Sunday. I should be able to do another episode. We'll be back for end of the month, I think. Leicester, Newcastle, they're going to be two big games, aren't they? Especially if we want to go on and push on for this Europa League spot. We've got Norwich in the FA Cup as well. Hopefully I'll get through that, and then we can start and follow that sort of sixth round on. Sixth round, I think, is the quarterfinals, isn't it? But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Aussie Villain, and here are our goals of the month from January. Take care.